Good morning, guys. Welcome to the shop. I thought I'd post a video of my do-it-yourself caster stand for the 60D mower deck. I got a couple of dimensions for you that might be helpful if you're going to try this for yourself. That is 3/4 inch galvanized pipe. That came from Menards, and it's just slightly over 1 inch outside diameter, so it's too big for the fitting there on the mower, and I had to turn it down in the lathe. So without a lathe, it's pretty easy to do, but with the lathe, but I don't know how you do it. I'm sure somebody can figure out a way if you really wanted to do this. It's 18 inches long. That's the sections I got. They're threaded on both ends. I started out thinking I was going to use elbows, and I decided that wasn't a great idea, and this actually is easier. I just kind of over-engineered the first attempt. So those are 3.5 inch caster wheels with a threaded stem, and I think that's a 3/8 by 16 thread on them with the nut at the top. One of the important dimensions here I wrote on that is 7.5 inches from the end of the pipe to where I drilled the cross hole where the pin goes through. You want to drill that hole first, and it doesn't matter the orientation. You're just going to drill that and then with it up on the lift. And what's nice about doing it, for me anyway, I don't know how you do this without those lift brackets on there. What do they call those? Load and go brackets, those yellow brackets on the deck. Anyway, with it lifted up, then after you drill that first cross hole 7.5 inches from the end, and I forget now the dimension, you'll figure that out for that hole. But anyway, that's a different size hole than the 3/8. I think that's 3/8 where the shaft, the thread comes through for the caster. So drill the cross hole, then I just eyeballed the holes on the end, marked it, and then I drilled those, crossed all the way through the tube. I put a piece of aluminum rod in there. I had it clamped in the vise on my mill to drill the second hole just to make sure that they're lined up together. And you want to get pretty close, I think, so that they're true when it sits down. You can see here, I think, maybe on the video, that set's not quite perfect. They're kind of leaning to the left a little bit there in that shot, but doesn't seem to be too big of a deal. And for me, and I didn't buy the brake version of these little casters, because I'm just going to put it on this stand and park it in the garage, and it probably won't move until next spring when I'll lift it up, take this stuff off, and start using it. So it's really only going to get moved around twice a year. Otherwise, it's going to sit in the corner of the garage. And I probably will take off the threaded end. I have put the whole inboard so that I could do that if I wanted to, and I probably won't now, but you could part that off or buy pipe without the thread on each end. I'm sure you probably can do that. I think 18 inches was long enough. I bought longer stuff too, but not going to use it, probably return that. I think that's about it. Fairly simple. You got to have the 3.5 inch, otherwise it wouldn't clear that little latching handle there. And then you've also got stuff there that's higher, so you're okay. You just got to clear that latch handle. So a 3.5 inch wheel is probably as small as you'd want to go, especially if you're rolling it around rough surface or up and down a lip going in and out of your garage or something. But that's it. Pretty simple. If you got questions, just leave them in the comments. I try to answer everything if you're going to try to make these yourself. Later.